If your cat licks the bowl spotless every day and still wakes you at 3 a.m., kneading your face, congrats. You've hit one of the most common truths in feline nutrition: tasty does not equal healthy. And labels that shout high protein or grain-free don't automatically mean balanced. Today we'll make sense of protein and carbs, formulas and AAFCO compliance, price tiers, and what best dry food or indoor cat food really means, so marketing can't lead you by the nose. First, the ground rules. Cats are obligate carnivores. That does not mean only meat, and it does not mean chicken listed first, problem solved. In the United States, a pet food can say complete and balanced only if it meets one of two paths. It's formulated to meet the AAFCO cat food nutrient profiles, or it has passed an AAFCO feeding trial. That proof appears on the label as a nutritional adequacy statement that also names the life stage: growth, reproduction, adult maintenance, or all life stages. If you don't see that statement, and it isn't a treat or topper, don't use it as the sole diet. Protein versus carbohydrate. AAFCO sets minimums, not ideals. For adult maintenance, the minimum protein is 26% on a dry matter basis, or about 65 grams per 1,000 calories. For growth and reproduction, the minimum is 30% dry matter, or about 75 grams per 1,000 calories. Those are floors. Two kibbles can both list 40% crude protein and still deliver very different usable amino acids. Why? Protein quality and digestibility. Animal source proteins generally supply a more complete amino acid profile than many plant proteins. Cats also have specific needs for taurine, arginine, and vitamin A, so formula design matters more than a single number on the bag. Do carbs need to be as low as possible? Not automatically. Cats don't have a dietary requirement for carbohydrate, but they can digest properly cooked or extruded starch very well. The practical levers are total calories and weight management, not whether the bag says grain-free. Many grain-free recipes simply swap rice or corn for peas, lentils, potatoes, or cassava. Carbs might not drop, and calorie density can even go up. Judge the whole formula and the energy density, not a buzzword. A quick safety sidebar about dilated cardiomyopathy, or DCM. Most reports and research focus on dogs. Regulators have not concluded a causal link between specific ingredients and DCM. For cats, evidence is limited. The lesson is simple: don't panic about a single ingredient list. Do favor brands with strong nutrition expertise and tight quality control. Now, how to read a label like a pro. 1. The nutritional adequacy statement. It must say complete and balanced, name the life stage, and say how that was proven, formulated to the profile or feeding trials. 2. The guaranteed analysis. Wet and dry foods have very different moisture. Comparing percentages as printed is misleading. Convert to a dry matter basis, or better yet, convert nutrients to an energy basis. How many grams per 100 calories? That puts wet, dry, and fresh foods on the same playing field. 3. Estimating carbohydrates. Most labels don't list carbs. You can estimate by difference: 100 minus protein, fat, moisture, ash, and fiber. It's a rough tool, but helpful for comparisons. If ash isn't listed, ask the manufacturer. Don't guess. 4. Ingredient order is by weight before processing. Fresh meats are full of water and can show up first, without proving higher dry matter protein. Use the math, not the order, to judge protein. You may also start seeing label modernization changes that look more like a human nutrition facts panel, including a total carbohydrate line. Rollout will happen over time. So what does a solid best fit dry food for a healthy adult or indoor cat look like? Think in ranges, not magic bullets. Protein. Aim for at least 35% on a dry matter basis, with animal source protein predominant. On an energy basis, a practical target is about 7 grams of protein per 100 calories. That sits above the adult minimum and gives margin for amino acid quality. Fat. Keep it moderate and tune it to your cat's body condition and activity. Higher or lower fat only makes sense in the context of total calories and weight trend. Carbohydrate. there's no official upper limit for cats. For many low-activity indoor cats, a formula with moderate to lower digestible carbohydrate and a reasonable calorie density helps with weight control. Don't chase grain-free, run the numbers. Taurine, non-negotiable. As a rule of thumb, look for about 0.1% on a dry matter basis for dry food and about 0.2% for canned food. Fiber and indoor claims. Indoor cats often need help with weight and hairballs. Blends of soluble and insoluble fiber, think psyllium and cellulose, can increase the passage of hair in stool and reduce hairball signs. Introduce fiber gradually so stools and palatability stay on track. Does dry food doom the urinary tract? The key driver is water intake. Raising dietary moisture dilutes urine, increases volume, and lowers the relative supersaturation for common stones. If kibble is your cat's mainstay, mix in wet food, add a splash of water or unsalted broth to meals, and offer multiple water stations or a fountain. Hydration is a nutrition tool. Let's talk price. Don't compare by the bag or the can. Compare by calories. Work out the cost per 1,000 calories because your cat eats energy, not label percentages. When you price per calorie, you can compare dry to wet to fresh fairly and see what truly fits your budget. How to judge companies, not just recipes. Ask these simple questions. Do you employ a qualified nutritionist, board certified or a relevant PhD? Who formulates your diets? Do you conduct feeding trials? What quality control testing and lot traceability do you use? Can you provide a typical nutrient analysis, not just guaranteed minimums and maximums? Reputable brands answer these clearly. 5 quick myth checks before we buy. Grain-free equals low-carb or healthier. Not necessarily. Many grain-free kibbles use other starches. Focus on energy density and nutrients per calorie. A AAFCO certified food is safer? AAFCO doesn't certify. It sets the standards. Look for the adequacy statement. If chicken is listed first, protein must be high. Ingredient order is by wet weight. Use dry matter or per calorie math to judge protein. Just read crude protein percent. Not enough. Consider the source, digestibility, and grams per 100 calories. Dry food ruins the urinary tract. Water intake is the big lever. Mixed feeding and better hydration matter more than the mere presence of kibble. Here's a simple 7-step method you can repeat for any shortlist. Step 1. Lock the life stage and any special needs, adult versus kitten or reproduction. Neutered or not, overweight. Urinary history. Step 2. Only consider complete and balanced foods for that life stage, with a clear adequacy statement. Step 3. Normalize the numbers. Convert to dry matter or, ideally, per 100 calories. Target roughly 7 grams of protein per 100 calories from mostly animal sources. Step 4. Estimate carbohydrate by difference and check calorie density. Choose formulas that make sense for an indoor activity level. Step 5. Confirm taurine minimums and make sure essential fatty acids are covered. Step 6. For indoor or hairball-prone cats, choose moderate total dietary fiber with a mix of soluble and insoluble sources and ramp up slowly while you watch stool quality and appetite. Step 7. Regardless of the dry food you choose, build in more water, more wet food, water added to meals, and multiple clean water stations. Bottom line, high protein, grain-free, and human-grade are marketing terms, not guarantees. The reliable signals are the AAFCO adequacy statement, nutrient math on a per-calorie basis, and a manufacturer who can answer basic nutrition and quality control questions. For many indoor cats, the winning plan isn't a single miracle kibble. It's a complete dry diet paired with smarter hydration and, often, some wet food. When you compare on a dry matter and per calorie basis, lock in taurine and sensible fiber, and proactively boost water, choosing cat food becomes a repeatable, science-based process, not a guessing game.